So the president-elect has laid out his plans for the first 100 days in office, and some of his biggest and boldest plans deal with one of his main campaign promises: immigration reform. Fox News chief national correspondent Ed Henry has that story tonight.
Even as President-elect Donald Trump in public was all about showcasing cooperation today at the White House, in private, Trump is moving quickly to map out a bold plan to follow through on one of his most divisive campaign promises: building a wall, a direct challenge to everyone from President Obama to Enrique Peña Nieto down in Mexico.
We will build a great wall along the southern border.
Trump is trying to balance that hard-edged rhetoric from the campaign with his more diplomatic tone since the election. That includes taking a phone call from Peña Nieto, the Mexican president, who met with Trump months ago.
I have many friends, and so many friends coming to Mexico and in Mexico.
According to a document released by the president-elect's transition team, he plans to tackle immigration in his first 100 days. The centerpiece of the plan, a new law called the End Illegal Immigration Act.
Who's going to pay for the wall?
If passed, the proposal would fully fund the construction of a border wall, with the, quote, full understanding that the country of Mexico will be reimbursing the United States for the full cost of such wall. The proposed law would also establish mandatory minimum sentences for people who illegally re-enter the U.S. after getting deported. Illegal immigrants with felonies on their record who re-enter the country will face a 5-year mandatory minimum. The law would also make efforts to push employers to hire Americans before illegal immigrants.
Would be nice to have borders, don't you think, right?
Trump also promises to, quote, begin removing the more than 2 million criminal illegal immigrants from the country. He could also cancel visas for countries like China, which refuse to take back criminal illegals that the U.S. tries to deport. The final part of his plan involves terror-prone regions, where Trump plans to block all immigration until the government can perform what he calls extreme vetting. All of that, of course, is red meat to Republicans on Capitol Hill. But the only way the incoming president will attract serious Democratic support is if he has a real proposal in there to deal with a path to citizenship for people who are already here. The other big issue, of course, is getting Mexico to pay for the wall. Peña Nieto has insisted he will not do that, though in their phone call, he agreed to a second bilateral meeting with the president-elect. Martha?